What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Thursday edition of the Stay Cashin show. We got a lot to talk about in this show today. We have LeBron James. Bill, I think you got TV in the background. We got LeBron James that basically just decided he doesn't want to tweet anymore. We know what that's about. We have a lot of controversy all over the place. We have an NFL game tonight with some crazy fucking line movement we were just talking about in the pre-show. We have Bill's fucking fuming about the NBA in general. I wants to tee off on all these athletes, including Mr. Embiid. Lot hockey, college basketball starting right now. We got to play for 2:30, so I'm going to give you this one right out the gate. Once I introduce the crew, we will start off with a college basketball play and then get into headlines. So, Luke Hoffman, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. Fantastic.
Nice. Bill Rupp, how was your gym experience the other day?
Man, I got in trouble, you dick. You got in trouble for taking photos.
What a
asshole. What an asshole.
What a trap that was.
What an asshole.
Walked right into the Lions.
Bro, first of all, that Planet Fitness is not a gym that meatheads go to. It's old women or older people, heavier women, people who don't want to be judged, and there's no one in there like, ooh! So I go there and take some fucking pictures, snap
some fucking pictures.
Snap a little picture there. Snap a little picture there. And then that lady right in the corner right there turns around and she said, "Are you taking a picture of me?" And I'm like, no. And I was like, it's a long story and everything. And then she's like, "Oh, okay." And then like 10 minutes later, the manager comes up to me. So now I'm flagged. Thank you.
Flagged. Bill's gonna have like a little alert that comes on, and when he checks in on his account,
see his
now
fucking picture. See his picture right now.
What an asshole! Flagged me.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. That's great. Zab, how you doing? You feeling better?
Oh yeah, finally back. So
yeah.
I mean, Zab had a cold for fucking a month.
Well, me and Zab must have had the same thing. I felt like I had fucking mono. I was fucking so tired for so long.
Yeah, it's brutal, but we're good. We are healthy, so big weekend ahead. So,
all right, let me just make sure I put this bet out for the chat. Bill, take over for a second.
What am I betting? At Florida Atlanta?
Let me just do this first. I'm gonna give it a chat first.
I should bet it
before I give it to these people.
Hoffman. So, what do you think about LeBron James saying he's quitting social media?
No, don't do that yet. Don't do that yet, because I'm gonna need to come to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too big a topic. All right, all right, it's out. We're good.
Come on!
I just need you to scroll for a second. What?
Go to my show notes.
Oh, all right. I just needed to fucking do that for a second. Let me
stay tuned for our top 5 NFL rankings
Bill
today.
Rupp's Power Fitness.
My rankings were the best.
You text us from the shady.
What do you mean your rankings were the best? You're the fucking Ravens who lost.
Rupp's rankings were the best.
You had the Ravens who lost. You're the Chiefs who lost.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Every team you had lost.
Well, I have a new ranking. A new power.
You have all my rankings written down?
If you have a new ranking a week later, how good could it have been?
How do you know yours were the best? Did you write all of ours down?
He just says his.
No, I just know.
He don't even remember. He doesn't even remember what we had.
I remember.
I know we had Chiefs. I know we had Chiefs.
I have
Chiefs won Ravens too.
I have mine
written down too. Mine's right here.
Yeah, me and Hoffman had lines. Number one, I'm pretty sure.
Mine was all right. So just real fast from last.
Hold on, let me give this play out. The game starts in like 15 minutes. I am going with Florida Atlantic at 2:30 p.m. FAU minus 125. It looks like it's minus 134 on FanDuel. Let me find you the best line. 124 on Bet Rivers. 124 on Parks. 135 on BetMGM. It's up to 150 on Caesars, which is insane. It's 25 cents difference than other sites. So somewhere between 125, 135, depending on the book that you're on. I think FAU wins this game. I think they win it comfortably. This is one of my favorite bets of the day. Probably should have been a max bet. I just really don't like doing too many max bets on college basketball until we get about 3 weeks in and there's enough data. I like to have at least 2 home games, 2 road games for almost every team before I start pulling out the sheet. But I do like this one a lot. This probably should be a max bet. And it's on ESPNU, so we will be able to keep our eye on it throughout the show at 2:30 Eastern. A lot of games this afternoon, too. So I might drop another one before we get out of here. All right, Bill, I'm going to go put ESPN on you on. You pick up what you wanted to talk about.
Well, what do you want me to now? Now you want me to go back to that? So anyway, my rankings last week. I had Kansas City, Detroit, Baltimore, the Bills, and Philly. So pretty much my rankings are going to basically, which everyone has to stay tuned for. Those were mine last year or last week. Two of the teams lost. I didn't have Pittsburgh in there. Will I have Pittsburgh in there this week? You have to wait to see. Zach, did you have Pittsburgh in your top 5?
Yes, I did.
He did. He was the only one, I think. Well, Tommy's was crazy.
I think I had to cheat.
Hey, Tommy had the Steelers in it. Tommy had the Steelers in
What
it.
is that?
Yeah, but he also had like the Bengals.
Yeah. Your shitty ones outrank.
But here's the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of it. My shitty weird one that me and Zab both had in there knocked off a higher seeded Hoffman and Bill pick in the Ravens. So we had lower seeds knock off your higher seeds.
First of all, Pittsburgh wasn't like a 12, dude. They were
I didn't
like
even have the Ravens in it, so that's a win for me too.
Oh, well, no, you're an idiot because of that.
Well, they lost to the Steelers, who you didn't have
All
in
right,
it.
well, if the Steelers were so high and they lost to a high team,
by the transitive property.
Let's go by the college football system.
Well, by the transitive, that's another thing we got to talk about on the show today. By the transitive property, if you had your team here and I had my team here and my team beat your team here, that puts your team down here. So I knocked the Ravens.
I had the Ravens
top
5th.
5. I knocked them out of the top 5. Knocked out.
4th. What did I have? 4th.
Negative.
We'll do the power ranking shortly.
So
I gotta put this bet in, so you guys talk.
Let's start with my boy again, Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito taking over.
I knew Bill was starting here.
Love.
This is when I can sit out.
Love some Tommy DeVito. I think Tommy DeVito just takes over the NFL. I think he becomes
Jesus Christ.
probably.
Tommy DeVito.
Probably
tweet that quote. Every time Bill says something ridiculous,
Tommy DeVito is the next.
Tommy DeVito is about to take over the NFL.
Tommy DeVito is the next Eli Manning.
You're just happy you don't have to throw your shirt away. That's all that this is.
I put it back on again. Let's go.
Fucking idiot.
So, Tommy DeVito is going to be the next Eli Manning for the Giants. He's going to take over. He's going to go nuts. I don't see any way that they lose to Tampa Bay this week.
Jesus Christ.
Tommy DeVito doesn't turn the ball. Tommy DeVito doesn't turn the ball.
Now you know why I
over.
chose this segment to put my
Tommy
bets.
DeVito doesn't.
I'm not even.
Tommy DeVito doesn't turn the ball over. He's got good arm strength. He's got great awareness.
The views of Bill Rupp do
I'm
not
betting
reflect
Tommy
those
DeVito
of the Stay Cashin
interception.
show.
I will be betting Tommy DeVito rushing yards. If everyone remembers last year, we laddered Tommy DeVito all the way up. We'll be killing his rushing yards again. He'll be running over that Tampa Bay team. I love me some DeVito. Giants tickets are going through the roof right now. They're hard to get.
Fans are fucking idiots. I'm a Giants fan, and they're fucking idiots. Okay? We need to lose.
There are going to be
We're not winning.
fucking chicken cutlets being fried everywhere at the Meadowlands this weekend.
Look
So
at the scroll across the bottom.
If you are in the New York area and you would like to go enjoy some nice chicken cutlets, go to the Giants game. I'm sure they'll be happy to share them with you. Giants plus 5.5. Such a joke. Tommy's going to come out there, and they're going to go insane. I can't wait.
You just love Tommy's.
I can't wait. Won't be discouraged by my Cowboys pick the other day because I was temporarily insane that day because Tommy was annoying me. So I am.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which,
hold on. I'm officially done with the Dallas Cowboys.
What? Holy
shit!
shit!
Them anymore. I will not watch.
Finally,
them. Well, actually, I'm going to be forced to watch them since Jerry Jones is part of the committee that puts games on televisions. That's why the Dallas is always on the fucking television channel. And Pat McAfee actually said it yesterday, which I was very shocked about. He said that programs have made
programs. Which like my grandfather.
He says
programs.
He says program, not program. Programs has made money off of the Dallas Cowboys on ESPN. He was basically taking a shot at First Take, which was fucking awesome. and how they always talk about them and everything else. Dallas is in big trouble. That team sucks. They need to fucking. They're more in trouble than the Jets. I think.
I don't know if anyone's more in trouble. No, they're not. They're not.
Jets and Dallas are in very big trouble for many years to come. But have no fear. Tommy DeVito is here this weekend at the Meadowlands. Put all of your money on Tommy DeVito's rushing yards right now.
And by
also,
the way,
put all your money on Tampa Bay over sacks and Tampa Bay pick six.
You're out of your mind.
I'm putting all my money on Tampa Bay.
Just ladder the sacks.
By the
up
way,
to 8.
just to let you know, what started the fight on Monday was not me making fun of Bill going to the gym. It was him lying about me being 5'6" again. He does this all the fucking time. I'm fucking sick of it. So I brought evidence with me. This is the single most recent picture that me and Bill have taken together. This is from the Army-Navy game. So if I am 5'6", how tall is Bill Rupp?
Hold on. I do
There's
have
no
evidence.
hill.
Hold on.
There's no hill. There's no one
Hold
slouching.
on.
If anyone's slouching, I'm
Hold
slouching.
on.
If anything, you're
Now
slouching.
answer.
Yeah.
Answer.
I'm slouching. I'm
Put that
taller
back.
than him.
Put that back.
I'm taller than him.
I took that picture.
Yes, you took
Everybody
it.
everyone be quiet. What hip did you have your surgery on?
My right one.
Jesus.
Okay.
The one that's bent.
Notice his right side there, guys. He has 1 foot up, correct? Right? Correct? Everyone follow me here.
No, that's his
Tommy?
left leg.
That's his left side.
No.
That's his left leg.
That's his
Yes.
right leg.
No, it's not, Bill.
No, it's my left leg, Bill.
The one that he's standing on?
That's
The
my.
one he's standing on is his right leg.
I'm standing
Yes.
on my right
That's
leg.
what I'm saying.
The shorter one.
The one that's bent is his left leg.
Yeah, the shorter leg now is the right leg.
Quiet.
So technically, I should be an inch taller than that.
Quiet. Tommy wears lifts in his shoes.
I do not.
Now, hold on. 100% confirmed. The other night, going to Madison Square Garden, he was in the back of the car with me. Mike sat in the front, and he was fiddling around with his feet. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I don't know if he was stuffing drugs in his shoes or what he was doing. I didn't ask. Then later, when we get back to my house, he tells me that he put the lift in the wrong shoe.
Hoffman, you ready for this? And it's funny because I need a new one. So it's not a lift.
No.
They literally. Hold on, Bill. Just let you talk.
Using your words.
Okay. It's not a lift. First of all,
No, you said
hold
lift.
on. You don't get to just talk and then talk again. I left the room, so you had the mic all to yourself.
Well, you said this.
Oh, can I speak?
Yes.
So, for those of you that don't know, I got my hip surgery, which everyone has verified. They made my right leg a full inch shorter than my left.
Tommy's
Okay.
off balance.
This is the lift that I wear in my shoe. This has been destroyed. It's fucking material. It used to be this. This is the lift in my shoe.
You guys are so old.
That I put in my right shoe to balance off my leg. And do you think a lift is going to cause me literally being taller than him?
Hold on.
I'm taller than Bill Rupp.
I cannot.
I am taller
confirm-
than you.
I cannot confirm.
I don't know if you're taller than Bill.
This
Bill's
is the
tall.
lift.
I
Bill's
cannot.
tall. Bill's
This,
really tall.
Hold
this
on.
is what did it.
Hold on. I did
Yeah,
not.
Bill is
see-
taller than.
Yeah, by a
I did
little
not
bit.
See the lift. All I know is he told me that he had.
I
one.
honestly don't think Bill's taller than me anymore. Because
No,
I think
he
after
is,
his
he
back
is, he
issues,
is.
no, I don't think so. I think after his knee and back issues, I think he's shrunk and I'm taller.
All right.
I think he's 5'11" now.
After I cannot confirm if that was the lift because I didn't see it.
The
All
lift.
I can confirm is he was in my living room and he told me that he
Yes, I put it in the
he
wrong
put
shoe.
the lift in his
Right,
wrong shoe.
This is the
Well,
lift.
Listen, I got an idea. When you guys move in together,
Yeah, we'll do barefoot.
you guys just go up against the wall and measure each other
Yeah,
on the
there we go.
wall.
We'll go back to back.
Yep. We'll
And
get it on
listen,
camera.
like I'm saying,
They're
but
gonna start walking up the
regardless,
walls,
okay? Regardless, here's the reason why. Dude, you got Vegas Dave, You got every politician. You got Portnoy. You got a lot of all the singers, Zach Bryan, right? Like a lot of these people are really like 5'6", right? Like Hoff, you're not short compared to a lot of these actors and like people that are fit. They're all like 5'8", 5'6". But so when he says shit like me being 5'6", I get blown up with DMs and messages that I'm 5'6". And it all stems from the Russell Wilson picture and Rusty Nuts, which Rusty Nuts killed me on this years ago. But him and Jeff destroyed me on this years ago, which was the funniest thing ever. I took a picture with Russell Wilson, who's like 5'11", and it was at a Yankee game, and I dipped down below and took the picture. So Russell,
that was a bad view.
And
That was
it was
worst
a
picture
bad
you've ever
angle,
taken.
right? And I posted it because I was drunk at a Yankee
ass.
game. So everyone's like, Tommy's 6 inches shorter than Russ Wilson? So that's how it started. I've been trying to quell this rumor for fucking 5 years. And when Bill talks, people believe it because he knows me better than anyone. So he can't lie on me. You can't lie. You can't say I'm 5'6". I'm not 5'6".
I don't
now
know.
everyone's going to talk about me being 5'6" more
I don't know
because
how
they
tall
see
you
that
are
it pisses
anymore.
me off.
I
You know how tall I am, motherfucker.
know
I'm the
if
same
I
fucking
see
height
you
as you. That's how tall
Tommy,
I
You're
am.
standing there like
He's probably like 5'10".
I'm 5'11".
Like
Well,
women,
after the surgery,
you
I'm
know,
at
like
the
women
5'10".
stand, when they stand and they bend their legs and shit, like when they're posing. That's like you. What are you standing like?
No,
a
Tommy's
flamingo?
like-
Bill, you're
when I
Ask
stand-
Hoffman. You're supposed to bend the front leg if you do that.
No, because
If
when
you're
I
trying
stand
to get
next
an
to
angle,
Tommy,
you bend the front leg. Everything you say is wrong.
Tommy's like the same size as my brother. So like when I stand next to Tommy, it's like I'm standing next. So he's like 5'10". My
Yeah,
brother's
like
5'10".
probably with sneakers, probably
Yeah.
5'11" and change with my hip now.
Bill
maybe
is taller
5'10"
than
and a
that,
half.
though. Bill is
And
taller.
you're
He's
wearing my
not.
pants.
Yeah,
You're
no,
wearing my
Bill's
pants.
I'm
a
wearing
little taller
my
than Bill,
pants.
too.
You're wearing
Bill's
my
probably 6'1".
pants in
Wearing
that,
my
in
pants.
that picture. And
Right.
the pants,
So here was Bill. So
the pants you had to hike up because they were so long.
here's Bill pre-back surgery when he was a strong standing man before he had all his fucking surgery. This was on the golf course with me and Bill. Look, same fucking height, dude. We're the same
Bill's
height.
a little taller than you.
He's a little bit, dude, an
lift.
inch.
I don't
Right.
know how long you've been wearing lifts.
He's an inch taller. So if
He's
I'm
probably
5'6",
6
you're
foot.
5'7".
Bill's probably 6 foot. You're 5'11".
Listen, I don't care about my height. I'm just saying whatever I am, he's an inch taller. That's it. So if I'm 5'6", he's 5'7". That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said,
Go back to what you were talking about.
Tommy DeVito. This weekend.
Liftgate.
I can't wait.
Hands, lifts, fake gym pics.
That's right. Tommy
I didn't put
DeVito.
my bet in.
Tommy DeVito from Cedar Grove, New Jersey, right up the street from my house.
One of my first girlfriends was from Cedar Grove.
I can't wait. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great for him.
All
Getting
right, we're
shot.
done with DeVito. Go to the fucking.
That's like a
college.
sideshow. He's
Go to
not
your
even,
college
he's
football.
third string quarterback. Zach Wilson's.
All right. Well, Hoffman, pull up the college football rankings. The new college football.
Yeah. So the college football drama that you have, Bill. Tell them what your case is with this.
Like
I'm
you
just gonna
want
put
like
this bet in
AP
because I got
rankings or
caught
the-
fucking in a rabbit hole with this asshole again when
you
I
want
should
the
be putting my
playoff
bet in.
rankings?
Yeah.
Just the college football playoff rankings.
Yeah, I got him.
All right, go.
Okay. So I don't like, number one, how they do the rankings, guys, and then the playoff thing. You know what I'm saying? Why even give us the bracket right now when none of that is going to be true in a couple weeks? None of it.
For nostalgia effect, though.
Yeah, but
For manipulation.
but it makes no sense.
I know it doesn't.
So the coach of Ole Miss, what's his name?
Lane Kiffin, right?
Yes. He was saying the other day how nobody wants to play in the championship games.
Mhm.
Like, nobody wants to play in the college SEC championship. And
We're gonna have a major problem with this.
So let's say, because now you're going to have teams who have 2 losses and they're in the championship, they lose, they're out. That doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be penalized for playing an extra game. You know, same thing. What happens this weekend or coming up? I forget. Texas, right? Texas
I'm
plays
doing
who?
something, so don't come to me for any questions.
Who
You're
does
doing-
Texas play this week?
Don't come to me. I'm putting this bet in.
Texas plays.
52.
No. Kentucky.
Fucking,
Okay. And
Kentucky at
then,
home.
yeah. So let's say there's so many scenarios right now that these teams can lose and it's going to cause chaos. That's why I don't think they should put out the bracket. The only thing the bracket's doing right now is telling us how much of a bad job they're doing, right? There's two teams. There's two guys. There's two.
I mean, you got to. It's to build hype. It's to get us talking about it right now.
Well, Tommy, they're fucking doing it to cover their asses. Right now, there's two teams, and I forget who they are. I was telling Tommy before. There's two teams that's the opposite. In the rankings, one of the teams who's higher has beaten the other. And then lower down the bracket, it's opposite. The team who beat the other team is behind them. I forget who they are right now. I saw it on TV the other day. But that's ridiculous. They're doing that to cover their ass because now when the bracket comes out, the final one, and they say, oh, well, you just didn't look at head-to-heads? No, 3 weeks ago, we had two different sets of teams. One had a better head-to-head, and they were in first. The other one lost one to the team, and they were behind. So it was opposite. So they're covering their ass on all situations except for the playoff scenario coming up for the championship games, which is ridiculous. None of these teams want to play. There's a chance that right now Ohio State is not even in it. Ohio State could lose, and they're not even in the college football playoff.
When they lose.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Before the season even started, when they were on the McAfee show, Saban said Notre Dame's going to end up having an advantage because they don't have to play a championship game. That's a built-in bye for them. He said those exact words. He was like, "That's going to end up being an advantage in this situation."
Yep,
it is. Look where Notre Dame is right now. All these teams are going to fucking have to play each other, and they're going to just slide right up.
Hoffman, if Notre Dame beats Army, right?
They're probably going to. I hate to say it.
Yeah, it's over. They're in.
Yeah, they're 100% in. Yeah,
you can't give them a bye because they didn't win there's no conference championship, right?
No.
That's where the committee was saying that the four teams and then the extra team, whether it be BYU or whoever, is the fifth team in there, so they don't get a bye, but the other four do because they won their conference championships. But we're looking at all of those teams right now, including Oregon, who, if Oregon loses, but Boise State, Miami, Texas, all the teams have byes, they could miss it.
That's the thing, though. That's right. They can't earn a bye, though, the Notre Dame, because they can't. They have to.
They're the only ones. They can't work.
Yeah. They're going to be 5.
But who cares, though?
They don't care. They have an advantage.
Bro, that's
crazy. An advantage to me. I don't care if I have to play next week, especially if I'm playing as good as they are right now.
Yeah.
For me, I would value the SEC more than they will. I mean, dude, getting an SEC.
It's probably a year-by-year basis, though. But like this year, it's not. Like this year, the SEC's not. Like they all have losses.
But Tom,
but what I'm saying is, like, to get an SEC championship for me, if you tell me I could win the SEC championship or be in the college football playoff, for a lot of these schools in the SEC, I'd probably rather win the championship because only 1 out of 12 teams is going to win that college football playoff, and the rest are just going to be also rans. SEC championship is forever, especially for a school like Ole Miss, which is never in that hunt, you know?
Well, there's a chance that a lot of these teams aren't even in there, you know? And it could be anyone. It's going to be crazy to see the final rankings and everything. Like, all these teams could be out, you know? You're going to put in a 3-loss SEC team over one of these other teams?
Listen, it's the beauty of going to 12 that why is this not what the hell is going on? It's not taking this bet. It keeps spinning and not kicking it back at me. Maybe it's in purgatory right now. Is that it? It's between live.
You're probably in that. You're probably like jumping up
and pregame. So I got to keep fucking with this. One of the things that you're going to notice with the college football playoffs is 12 is almost the worst number of teams to put in. the worst. Because if you look at what college basketball does, where there's 64 teams, even your controversies at that level, no one gives a fuck about, right? Like, you're not really that worried about fucking St. Joe's not getting in by round 2 because they probably would have been out anyway. But when you get 12, you're right at that fringe number where, like, if you just look at the rankings, it's usually like that top 8 is really good, and then like 9 through 17 are the same. You know, like, it's all those kind of shitty teams right in that range that just are a cut below. So they're going to have this problem every year because 12 is a tough number. In any league, in any sport, there's always that top 5 or 10 teams, and then it gets hard after that. Same in football, right? Like, we go to football, we could say the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Lions, you know, you rattle off 3 or 4 more teams. And then when you get to, like, the Bengals and the Steelers and the Falcons, like, you have this huge argument, right? Where, like, 4 and 7 Bengals, I could argue, are the 5th best team, 7th best team in the NFL. That 12 range is hard. It really is.
But like, let's see Texas. If Texas loses to Texas A&M, that's going to cause even more issues.
Texas plays Kentucky this week.
No, the week after.
Oh, all right.
Because then you're going to have even more issues to deal with.
We're going to get to a point like you see at the end of college basketball where they're going to literally start making sure teams win. You know, like, they're going to start fixing games at the end of the year. They're going to need to make sure that these fucking blue bloods get in. So you don't have Texas A&Ms and teams like that sneaking in, knocking off, you know, legitimate teams like Texas. So you'll probably have some really big edges coming up on some of these rigged games that we're going to see going forward. And I'm finally in. And let's move over to LeBron James, Bill.
Yeah, LeBron put out that tweet that he's going to
By the way, for those of you that missed it, if you're just tuning in, I know we have about 600 more people than we had when I announced it initially. There's a game starting right now, which you're seeing me play with on my phone. I'm trying to catch it. It's FAU minus 134 now on FanDuel. I don't know what it is on DraftKings. I'm assuming it's pretty similarly priced.
It's the
I think
same
it's 135.
thing.
Yeah. Like we said before, you can get 125 on Bet Rivers or Parks or one of those offshoots. But Florida Atlantic, the game is on ESPNU. I'm assuming, yep, it just went live right now, minus 122. Go get it right now.
Yeah.
Go. FAU minus 122 starting right now. Bill, go. LeBron.
Yeah, so LeBron put out a tweet saying he's going off of social media. And this all stems from the other day.
Yeah.
When he was supposedly
getting oiled up by Diddy, because that's what it really stems
from. Dumbest thing in the world. Why he's doing this. He said Dalton Connect was awesome and that 15 or 16 other teams missed out on him in the thing. And then everyone was killing him, saying, LeBron James, you never even saw him play in college. Which, who gives a fuck?
Bill, why don't you tell him about someone who did see him playing?
Why would LeBron ever
and his fucking thing's at 180
care about that? Ever? Why would he ever care about something so stupid? All you have to do is say, you know what? You're right. I didn't see him in college. Fucking, I was watching my son, and then the other time I was fucking playing in the NBA and keeping this 40-year-old body looking like I'm 22. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't watch Dalton Connect in college. Come on, bro. There's other reasons why he's doing this. This is so stupid. Stephen A. Smith killed him this morning. LeBron, you fucking idiot. You had a podcast with JJ Redick going over the games every night, fucking breaking down the wins and losses of each player.
They're running the same plays. They're running those plays. They're running the plays they were drawing up.
Bro,
they literally run those plays.
It's absolutely insane.
No. What's absolutely insane is that I didn't get it in, and now it's minus 265. That's what's absolutely.
I knew he wasn't going to get it in.
I'm sitting there.
What has he been doing?
No, Bill, it fucking disappeared. It wasn't there. And then when it popped up, it went to 122. And then watch, you go watch the replay. I said minus 122. Go. I said minus 122. Go hit it now. And I went to hit it, and it flipped to one. Hold on. And it flipped to 160. So when it flipped to 160, I went, let me wait a second and see if I can get a basket back so I can bring it back down. And then they just hit another 3, and now they're minus 230. Yeah. Every show.
That guy's last name Vamikaitis? Is that Joey V?
Yeah.
Look at his last name.
Yeah. It'll come back. I'm just gonna have to wait for it to get tied again. Yeah, no. First of all, Bill, what did I say? I don't know if either of you remember. Hoffman or Bill, one of you are gonna remember this. At the draft, when we were talking about Bronny James on this show, I came out when everyone was ripping the Bronny James pick and said the Lakers made the greatest pick of the draft, who should have gone number 1 overall, Dalton Connect.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? Like, the fact, LeBron was right, but he didn't know this. He's laughing now. But I was laughing, like, how the fuck did he go to 16? Like, Dalton Connect, in my opinion, was the best player in college basketball.
Him and McCain are killing it.
He should have been number 1. He should have been the number 1 pick in the draft. And now everyone's running around like Dalton Connect, Dalton Connect. Unless you were watching college basketball last year and watched what this kid did by himself on a shit team, that's the guy. I said on the thing, this is the first year I think the Lakers could win the championship because of Dalton Connect. It's the first time LeBron's ever had a pure three-point shooter.
Oh, man, Oklahoma State's airball. Even close.
Yes, this is the first time he's had the shooter. Watch out for them in this cup thing. The NBA is in big trouble.
I may just take -174.
The NBA is in big trouble. The ratings are way down.
I'm gonna wait for one more.
Players aren't playing.
The league's trash.
The only nights that they play.
You can't give fucking 25-year-old gangbangers $500 million.
The 76ers, they're a disaster.
How hard is this to understand? You can't give a kid who was slinging dime bags on a fucking street corner his whole childhood $50 million a year. He doesn't give a fuck. He never had a work ethic growing up.
Maxie already said it.
Dude, stop it. It's not racist. It's a fact. Look, dude, and take away the drug aspect. Take away a lot of the inner city kids don't have fathers. I didn't have a father. I fucking sold drugs. I did all the same shit. That's how I know, okay? But what I will tell you is this. If you are 6'5" in the 8th grade, did you have to try at anything in life ever? No. Hoffman, I was 4'11" my freshman year of high school. You're 4'11" right now. Right?
I was fucking grinding my ass off, dude.
You guys, Sam's the only one who caught that joke. But, Hoff, we had it hard when we were little. We had it fucking hard. If you were 6'5", life came easy. Everyone knew you were going pro. Everyone knew you were going to get a ride to a college. Every girl wanted to fuck you. No one tried to fuck with you. No one tried to beat you up. You were the bully. You were the alpha. You were the best athlete. You didn't need to go to class. Everyone wanted to be your friend. They never developed a work ethic. So a lot of these kids from the hood had it easy their whole life. The hard part was a lot of them had no dad. A lot of them had no money. A lot of them had a mom that was fucking, working 2 jobs or on crack. Like, that's the real story. But you give that motherfucker $40 million a year, he shut the fuck down. Done. I would be too. Give me $40 million a year and then tell me fucking Brian Rose fighting with numbers in the chat. I'll be like, shut the fucking chat down. Right? I don't give a fuck. Bill Rupp's fucking fighting with numbers in it. Delete the company. I don't care. Right? Like, you wouldn't care about anything anymore. Zab?
Yep. You hit it on the dot.
No one would care. Yeah. So why are we criticizing Embiid and all these people? We would all do the same thing. Especially since most of these kids didn't grow up loving basketball. They grew up with basketball as their ticket out of the hood.
And like any other job.
They didn't grow up with a passion for this.
If you don't do your job, you don't get paid.
The league fucked themselves. Once they went to fully guaranteed contracts for all these fucking athletes, it's over. Especially in the NFL. There used to always be, you get hurt, you're fucked, right? You get a little bit of a signing bonus. Once Deshaun Watson got $250 million guaranteed while on suspension for raping 47 masseuses and finger popping the trainer as a bad quarterback who hadn't played in a year and a half, it was over. Like, now that was the bar. And now every quarterback since then has gotten a fully guaranteed contract, and they all went to shit after their first year. Every NBA player's making fucking Ohtani money, and they're all not playing, and they don't care. LeBron's complaining about going to Milwaukee, and Embiid doesn't want to play the season. Bill, it's fucking, we wouldn't either at their age. At 40, I would. At 24-year-old Bill Rupp and Tommy G, we're doing heroin and robbing banks. You really think we'd give a fuck about a fucking knee injury? We'd be out too.
That's why they shouldn't get paid.
By the way, I was robbing banks. He was doing heroin.
That's not at 24. It was later.
No, Bill was a cop in the jail at that point.
Oh yeah.
Nobody should get paid then.
No one should get paid that guaranteed, Bill.
Maxey
Guaranteed.
already said it that Embiid shows up late. He doesn't care.
Why would he?
Like that. They're 2-11 or 2-12. Their season's basically over. You're not going to recover from this much more.
I'm in 154.
They lose much more games. They're not going to recover. You're not going to recover from the start. Philadelphia may be done. The NBA is a bad product. The only days you can really watch it are Tuesdays and Fridays because no one leaves in blowouts because the point differential matters for the cup. And if you think these guys don't care about the cup, you're out of your fucking mind because they want that fucking money. They want that money. That money is a bonus.
On Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yep. Everybody plays hard as fuck. Nobody sits, and they all play the whole game.
And then you see what happens the rest of the week, and no one plays. Yep. Everyone wants to play on Tuesday and Friday, and that's it. Yep. No one wants to play Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
The NBA helped themselves with this cup thing, and they hurt themselves with this cup thing.
Listen, what they did.
Tommy, tell me what the Lakers' record is in the cup. So these past 2 years. Take a guess.
Undefeated.
9-0.
All right. I knew they won it last year, so I figured.
9-0.
Dude,
they haven't lost the cup game.
I mean, listen, I nailed them on the cup last year.
They're going to win it. They're going to win it again.
I still think it's Golden State this year, but
no.
But the Lakers
Golden
would be a good
starting to slip. People are.
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason. Hold on. Let me
Draymond Green again.
Okay.
With another fucking out of control fucking answer. What the fuck is this guy? Does he not want to be in the NBA?
No.
Out of control.
Bill, all right. Let me explain one other thing.
He pulled a 7'4" man down by his leg.
Okay. Let me explain, guys. There's another piece to this equation which I did not mention. Not only do you have a bunch of kids from the hood or from other countries or in baseball, the Dominican Republic, fucking some of these people came here on a motherfucking raft, right? They were eating crickets for breakfast when they were 7. You got dudes like Jokic and fucking these people. Their villages were being bombed when they were growing up. Okay, like they were dodging bombs in Serbia and shit growing up. So like that, you can't relate it to now they're making $50 million a year and they don't care about the parade after they win the fucking. Of course they don't fucking care about the parade. He just wants to go fuck home. This is a job. But the other thing about it that has destroyed the focus of athletes, Bill, and you're seeing it right now. Usually in the past, before the cabal took over and started giving all these fucking monster contracts and having them sign their life away that they have to rig games and vote for Kamala Harris and talk about climate change and all the shit that they have to do now in the contract, with that comes post-NBA jobs. Back in the day when you were Karl Malone or Sean Kemp or Dominique Wilkins or Clyde Drexler or even Kobe Bryant or any of them, they didn't have Isaiah Thomas. If you weren't a coach, you didn't have a job, right? When your career was over, you had nothing to do because there weren't a lot of broadcasters that were even athletes back then.
It was Kenny Anderson was the first.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson, and then you had the Shaq and Charles wave after that. But there was nothing. So even if you were getting paid a lot of money for what you were, you knew you were only getting paid till you were 33, and then you were done. You were going to make no more money for the next 50 years. You had to go figure something out. And most of them started a business that went bankrupt or got ripped off by their lawyers.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson was a role player. He wasn't even a star.
Yep. Now they all get placed in these positions, and the thing that changed it all is podcasts. Now they all know they could start their own podcast, and they have a lucrative career for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, but
so the second they get the slightest bit hurt, or the slightest bit bored, or the slightest bit fucking falling behind the pack, they just want to do podcasts and be media representatives. They want to be Pat McAfee. They want to be Dave Portnoy. So they have no interest in basketball anymore.
The same ones who are complaining, who are also doing it. They're blocking Big Perk and all these guys who are doing the ESPN shows. They're blocking them on social media because they say, you were a player. You shouldn't talk bad about us like this.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Have you ever heard Micah Parsons and Diggs? They shit on their own quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is
out of control.
Bro, you can't. Too many people have a voice in today's world. There's too many people, like a Twitter following, which is why you guys made fun of me all the time when I got my 250,000 account banned. And everyone's like, oh, Tommy cared about his hype. No, that following is money forever. That is money forever. You could write a cookbook. You could start an affiliate program. You could start a T-shirt line. That's your life. When you get millions, I would have had millions of followers by right now. That's set for life. So these athletes have 10, 20, 30, 50 million followers. I saw what 250,000 did to my power in the world, where I was fighting with Chrissy Teigen and fucking goddamn senators, right? These guys have 20 million followers. They're set for life. They have too much power. They don't need to care about None of these guys want to play basketball right now. None of these guys want to play football. If you asked Kyler Murray, hey, and he's having a good year, right? He's doing better than I thought. It wasn't good the last couple of years, and they had to put a clause in his contract, stop playing video games, right? But if you ask Kyler,
since it came out,
100%. If you ask Kyler Murray right now, hey, you could give up football and become the biggest Twitch streamer for Call of Duty in America and make half the money, what would he rather do? He'd rather play Call of Duty for half the money. Right?
You can do that now, though.
But, Bill, he was playing Call of Duty instead of doing his job for free already.
Yeah,
right?
But now he's MVP.
But that's what I'm saying. Now he can. So when Kyler Murray does start to fall off, right? Let's say he gets an ankle injury this year and Achilles. He ain't coming. Fuck that, bro. He's going to Twitch streaming. He's going to be a Twitch streamer for Call of Duty. That's what he's going to be doing the second he takes the next dip down, because his contract's guaranteed. He's got the bag.
Even UFC guys like Sean O'Malley, he's built a huge.
They don't give a fuck about fighting anymore.
They said he's moving towards that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, all of that. Bro, would you want to? Would you want to go out there and get that shit beat out of you every day? Now, if you have the hunger of us, we were raised different. We're Gen X. We were raised by men and women who worked 3 jobs, who grinded their ass off, who taught you hard work. Me and Bill fight over a beer pong game, right? Like, we will literally go to blows over a game of beer pong with no money on the line.
Mike and Bill almost fought each other at Madison Square Garden over their fantasy football teams.
I went and smoked a cigarette. I went and smoked a cigarette in the hallway at UFC 309, risking getting fucking thrown out just to prove Mike wrong that I could. Right? Like, because that's our Emma. So I would never quit a sport. I would never quit a game. Everything is winning, winning, winning. That Kobe mentality. This generation doesn't have it. They don't have it. You can't put that in someone. You have to be raised with that. That quitter mentality that they all have. Sports is done, dude. Sports is done forever. It's never turning back. Unless there's some apocalyptic event, or like Bill said, maybe the NBA's ratings get so bad that they have to start changing shit. But as long as these guys are getting $300 million guaranteed contracts, bye-bye sports. It's just
I've watched significantly less basketball than I have in past years. Like, I watched the Knicks and like some of the games on ESPN, and that's it. I don't watch.
Yeah. It's not fun to watch people not try.
No.
Right? Like, it's just not. Zab, what's your take on all this?
I hate the NBA. I think they're all a bunch of overpaid guys. So I pay very little attention, but I do agree. I think most of the guys they get that big check. You even see it in the NFL too. They get that big check and they're done.
Yeah, and this is a great point. So, by the way, great point by Jerry here. Now the college kids are getting $10 million. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the next problem. The cabal is just working its way down.
Everybody bitched at Ohio State for giving like 20 or 30 million out in NIL money, but every school's doing it and more.
They said what?
Fucking Clemson, who ain't in the playoff now.
Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter are just stacking cash.
Oh yeah.
Fucking women college basketball player. The Cavenger sisters were stacking cash.
Yeah.
Right? Like two girls, we don't even know their first names.
That Livy Dunn is making how much money?
Livy Dunn deserves every dollar.
Wow, she does. I bought a whole box of cards.
Livy does.
But yeah,
she's the hottest creature in America. But all right, anything else we need to go before we start moving on? Covered LeBron, covered the playoffs. Anything we missed, we can cover tomorrow because we're running.
Yeah, your shitty Jets getting rid of
we'll cover
everybody.
that tomorrow. Enough with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm over the Jets.
Leave the Jets alone. I'm even done with the Jets. If you want me to start mentioning Ritter and Wilson every week, I can. We'll make a truce. Leave the Jets alone. I won't mention Zach Wilson.
Well, I mean, Woody's firing everyone.
Listen, bring Zach back. Let's go to we're talking about NBA, so let's go to NBA. There's no play-in shit today or anything, right? There's no NBA Cup today?
No, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
There's only like 4 games tonight.
What do we got on the slate for today in the association?
There's 4 games. Pistons, Hornets, Timberwolves, Raptors, Jazz, Spurs. Those are all shitty games.
I mean, I like the Lakers now, depending on who's playing.
Yeah, you got to see who's playing.
Yeah.
Lakers have won 6 in a row. They're at home. They don't really lose. I think they're undefeated at home. Are they still undefeated at home?
I don't know. I believe
they were. I think they still are.
I should have put a future on them when they got Connect. I should have done that. I probably still can.
You still can. They have value.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh yeah, go ahead, off.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Lakers with you too. I'm going to bet on the Pistons. I think they'll beat the Hornets tonight. They have everyone playing. You got to see who's playing though.
Yeah. There's nothing yet. I don't know who's playing for San Antonio yet because they had a lot of guys out the other night.
Yeah, Ruppy didn't play.
Yep. So again, these lines are whatever they are, but you have no idea who the fuck is playing. So right now I'm on the Lakers. I'll be parlaying them with some of my football stuff tonight. If LeBron, AD, and everybody is in.
All right, let me give you a line rundown on the Lakers on the NBA games. So right now, it looks like the Pistons. Dude, you guys say you like the Pistons or don't?
I do.
Yeah, the Pistons look like a play according to the line. The Jazz look like they might be a play, and the Magic actually look like they might be a play versus the Lakers. That's just purely based on line movement. I don't follow the NBA. I hate that fucking sport.
I'll probably be doing. Let's see what I had to play.
You've been doing good with your first baskets, right?
Yeah. Yesterday the Lakers game fucking was crazy. Nobody scored for like 4 minutes. Everybody missed their first shot, so that sucked. But I don't have any of that. I think I'm gonna take KCP today. Threes. I like his threes. So I'll be doing that. I might parlay that with Connect also.
Would you say you're going to go KC threes?
I wouldn't say that, but you can.
I mean, did you say like his threes? KC3?
Yeah. 3 threes. Maybe him and Connect, both 3. Who knows?
Connect the dots. I don't know. Is it safe to go Connect after everyone's talking about him now? I just feel like after
probably not.
I feel like when someone like me, who was probably the biggest Dalton Connect fan in America, UT is obviously a team I've rooted for my whole life, even though I've morphed to Kansas State fan. I know him better than anyone. I bet him more than anyone. I followed him closer than anyone outside of Tennessee. And I'm just hearing about him for the first time this week, right? I didn't even realize what he was doing. I went and looked at his numbers. I was like, holy fucking Jesus Christ. He's hitting like 78% from 3 over the last 4 games.
Yeah, he's wild right now.
Once he comes onto even my radar, as someone who doesn't watch the NBA at all and turns it off real fast when I see it on my TV, I would be factions coming for that.
Yeah, but no, he's only done it in the last 2 games, so it's not like.
No, it's been more than that.
No, it hasn't been.
Yeah, it has, dude. He's been on fire for a while.
No, not from 3.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. I'll read it to you right now.
All right, tell me.
Okay. From 3-point percentage. From 3-point field goal.
Last couple games.
9 for 12.
Last game.
5 for 10.
2
for 4.
All right, but that's his average.
5 for 5. 4 games.
Hey, but what was he?
Keep in mind, Bill, he was playing 15 minutes a game before that.
What I'm saying, though, he averages 2.
Okay, but he was playing. Dude, look at his minutes: 15, 16, 27, 9, 19. The last 4 games. Hold on, Bill. Let me read stats. The last 4 games: 31, 26, 37, 38. Shots: 8, 11, 17, 16. Points: 19, 14, 27, 37.
Starting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So his 2 threes a game doesn't mean anything because he's been coming off the bench.
But then you could say that the books haven't adjusted to his time played.
I mean, they should by now. What's his threes for today?
2.5.
It looks like a no-brainer.
Well, didn't bet it.
No,
I said bet it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm afraid of the faction on it.
I told you 2 games, though. I mean, it can't be factions yet.
Bill, it's not 2 games. It's 4 games.
Tommy,
it can't be faction, Bill. I mean, everyone's talking about it.
Everyone's talking about it.
No, he was 2 for 4. That was 3 games.
I'm just saying.
What are we talking about?
Everyone's talking about him. Everyone's talking about him.
No one's talking about him except for LeBron.
Well, that's everyone. LeBron has the fucking.
Nobody's betting his
No one said a word about him except Trump.
Nobody's betting his prop, though. It's not all over Twitter.
I'm just telling you.
Every Instagram post is Dalton.
All I did was make a little comment saying hold on. I said this with Norman Powell, right? I said, why is everyone talking about Norman Powell? The second it comes, different. But listen, the second it's not different.
That was like 10 games.
I'm the conspiracy theorist. If I tell you there's something going on, there may be something going on. He may drop 7 threes today. I'm just telling you that as someone who doesn't watch the NBA, if I was making a bet tonight, I'd put my whole account on Dalton Connect over 2.5 threes. And I forgot he was on the Lakers till yesterday. So I'm just saying, just be careful. It's a faction team.
I'm betting his threes and KCP. Both of them.
Yeah, dude. I hope Bill wins somehow or cashes out, and then he hits 2. Because I'm coming on tomorrow breathing fire. I'm coming in like Al Pacino tomorrow.
I'm betting them both 3+.
I'm lighting Bill on fire.
Comes to plus 542.
90 poo poo.
542.
Tommy G coming for you.
542 parlay.
Liar, your pants are on fire. On to college basketball. We talked about the bad basketball. Let's talk about the good basketball. Did my mic just kick out? Or are we good? No,
you're good.
There's not a lot of good games today. Obviously, Thursday isn't really the marquee day for college basketball. But there are a few that I like.
FAU's losing.
I don't know. It's like 13-12. Fucking cares. Teams are down
17-16, not 13.
Dude, literally, Hoffman, has never learned how to sweat a college basketball game.
I mean, they were up 7-0, now they're losing.
Bill, that happens every single game. Why do you think I waited to get it in after that? I said it'll come back. They all come back. It's college basketball, dude. Fucking 17 points doesn't even mean anything, let alone 17-16. You knucklehead. So I like... This kid's a fucking retard. I like VCU coming up shortly at 5 p.m. -7. We'll talk about the NFL game shortly, and I really think this VCU -300 is a good parlay piece. So I like that. We used Alabama and Kennesaw, I think it was, as parlay pieces on the money line. VCU is the same type of play, same type of system format. I think they should cover the 7 that's out there. The line's getting steamed right now. It's actually up to 8 in some books, but I'm probably going to use it with an NFL play -250 just to make it even money. So we'll talk about that in a minute. I like Central Arkansas. I like Sacred Heart. Central Arkansas -114. These are smaller plays. Central Arkansas -114. Sacred Heart +2. And then tonight, late at night, this is probably a little bit, if I had to rank them, FAU is my favorite right there with VCU. San Fran is probably 3rd, and then Central Arkansas and Sacred Heart. So I like San Fran a good deal, and I think that game's at like 11. 10 o'clock versus Memphis. I think USF beats Memphis tonight, San Francisco. So
Edge, I didn't bet it, Jerry. I don't bet this stuff early. These games early suck. I don't bet college football early or college basketball. That's what I do. Tommy's good at it early, when he starts to fade later, like college football.
What's that?
I said you're good at these early college lines, and then as like goes further, you waver a little bit.
No, I just what happens with college football is college basketball starts, so my focus goes there.
Yeah, so that's what I said. You're good in the beginning of both of them.
Well, I mean, listen, but the third quarter of every sport is the hardest. Every single sport. It doesn't matter what it is. If you look at baseball, it's really easy in April. It's pretty easy in May and June. It's a nightmare in July, right? July, August is always hard, and then it gets easy as the season ends. NBA. For the beginning of the season, you have an edge if you followed the preseason and you know the college players and shit. Then approaching the All-Star break, it's still okay. Right after the All-Star break, those fucking first few weeks, it gets hard. Then as the season ends, it gets easy again. So the third quadrant of every sport is where it starts to get tougher because you get a lot of teams mailing shit in, getting ready for the playoffs, right? Like you have it right now with the CFP. Bill just mentioned it. You have teams that are literally like, I don't want to win the SEC. You know, like you have you don't know where teams' motivation is. At the end of the NFL season, week 13, 14, you got teams that start resting players. You have teams that are comfortable in their position. That type of shit starts happening. So right now is not the sweet spot for college football the last week, this week, and next week. It's once the bowl games and the conference tournaments, because that's all anyone's focused on right now. Bowl games, conference tournaments. Certain teams know they're out of the bowl games, so they're playing freshman quarterbacks that they wouldn't be playing if they were still in it, right? If your team's 3-7, Hoff, you're not going to go run out your senior starter if you got a freshman. No, let's get him some reps and see what we have here for the end of the year. So that third quarter of the season for every sport does get tough. I've been dialing back, and I'm going to continue to dial back college football action because now you're going to have college basketball, which is a lot better. Speaking of college football, let's go to that tonight. We do have a game tonight. I've been betting one thing on these weird games, and it's been working really well. We hit it again last night. Let me see if they're offering it again for the Georgia Tech game. Player specials. Go to FanDuel. It's under player specials. And I've just been hitting on these weekday games. One rushing touchdown to be scored each quarter, one passing touchdown to be scored each quarter. We hit it last night with a plus 750 again on a game with a 46 total. I like it again today. You have plus 750. I prefer the rushing side of this one, but just hit both. It's just a good way to sprinkle some shekels. The weekday college football has been hard most of the year. Just throw plus 750. Each team rushing touchdown each quarter, 850 passing touchdown each quarter. I love it. I do like Georgia Tech tonight. You could pair Georgia Tech with VCU if you want to do that. So that's an easy play for you right there. Take VCU on the money line, take Georgia Tech on the money line, and that will give you.
Make sure you're doing the right sports, guys. VCU is basketball, Georgia Tech's football.
Yeah, why isn't it? Why don't I see VCU?
Because someone will be, they'll be like, "Where's the basketball?" You know what people say.
Why don't I see VCU on here? Oh, they're playing Seton Hall. All right, I can't bet it because it's Jersey. So you guys can go bet that VCU money line, Georgia Tech money line, like that. On the ice, we don't have anything for D-Rock today, right? Right, it's D-Rock.
Zab, you're on mute.
Zab, you're on mute.
Sorry, my dogs were barking. Yeah, nothing yet. If you want his plays, get in the chat. He's been on fire. So
he's been killing it.
Pissing excellence. All right, hockey. Bill, do you have anything today? You got the Devils today. You got the Rangers today. You got the Islanders today. You got all local teams. Anything?
Am I on the Rangers today? Didn't they? The Rangers played. When did they play? Yesterday or the day before?
I'm doing
Day
my
before.
research.
They played on Tuesday. They played Tuesday. Today's Thursday.
I don't know. Yeah, no, nothing for me.
I got one.
What do you got?
Florida Panthers team total over 1 in the second period. So
wow.
they've hit this line 11 straight.
You will not get that play anywhere else. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's right. I was on it the other day. It's hit. I've been tracking it for the last couple of weeks, and it's been hitting nonstop. And the line's only minus 120. It dropped from minus 180 on Tuesday when I hit it, or Monday when we hit it. So, yeah, Panthers team total over 1, minus 120. That's second period. You can hit it on MGM.
If I was going to do anything, I would do a chalk parlay tonight. I would do Panthers. Panthers. What was the other one? Panthers.
Don't do it.
Rangers. And Florida.
Rangers.
That's
the same thing. Panthers in Florida are the same thing.
No, I'm sorry, not Panthers. Hurricanes, I meant. Hurricanes, Florida, Rangers.
There you go.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I like the Flames today. I'm on the Hurricanes, minus 105. So that's one. The Islanders, I think Bill just mentioned them, right? I like the Islanders minus 137. I like the Calgary Flames tonight, plus 136 versus the Strangers. I think you could hit the over on that game too. I think that game should go be higher scoring. I like the Flames. And you know where I'm going with the other play. We're going right to the Utah Soakers. We're going with the Soakers plus 122.
I got a 25% profit boost on FanDuel. So Florida, Carolina, the Rangers plus 327 is now plus 409.
Whoa, that's even better for Bill Rupp.
I would honestly, I mean, dude, I kind of like the Sharks a little bit too.
I am on that right now.
Sharks are plus 190.
Put it in.
It's gonna be a shame when you're losing the Rangers tonight. Flames are winning this. Flames are winning that game. I like the Sharks a little bit. You could probably do the Sharks plus 1.5. on that one. I don't love that one much. That's just a little one. So Hurricanes, Utah Soakers, Islanders, Flames, tiny play on the Sharks. Those would be the plays for today in the National Hockey League.
Deion Sanders just landed a top 5-star quarterback in his 2025 class.
Yeah, that kid that decommitted from USC.
No.
Lewis?
I do have a hockey play from D-Rock. He just texted me.
Okay.
Devils, money line, -110.
Devils. All right, we're on opposite sides. That never happens. All right.
Nope.
I'm on Carolina and D-Rock, so it's like the first time ever.
He
This
announced
is a big game for us.
He announced it on the Pat McAfee show too.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, Deion's just going to keep getting studs, not left and right, especially after.
I guess he's not going to be leaving.
Yeah. Crazy thing with this Bruins line. I mean, geez, the Bruins line is getting hammered down. Fucking drilled with 95% of the public on it. That one's a little bit weird. All right, so we did NBA, we did college football, we did college basketball. We got anything? I did hockey. We got anything else? Or go right to NFL.
Go right to NFL.
Right to NFL. All right.
We're doing
Zab,
our top 5 teams.
We'll do the top 5 teams
He'll love
after. We'll do the top 5 teams after the bets. So, Zab, I read some stats today. I am on the Cleveland Browns on this game. Okay? I know you're a Pittsburgh guy. There's like 47 crazy stats on this game, right? Not to mention the public is going to be and is all the way the fuck over the Steelers, who I have adopted with you, Zab. They're not my team or anything, but I've become a fan this year because of my argument with Russell Wilson, Justin Fields for Bill. So I have a vested interest in the Steelers for them to be phenomenal. This line's fucking shady. It's 3.5. Tomlin is 0-5 in his career on a short week going against a division rival on the road. Tomlin has a poor history on short weeks, and I think you had a stat too that fucking the Browns have some magic versus him.
The Browns are 3-0 on Thursday night versus the Steelers.
Yeah, there's just some weird shit here. This is Thursday night. Fucking tell me what's going on from an injury standpoint. Let's see if we can make sense of it from availability.
Really, there's not a ton of injuries. The Steelers are going to be without Alex Highsmith again. But Nick Herbig's been playing really good on that side. But the Browns are without Jedrick Wills, their tackle. They've been without him for a couple weeks now. So it gives a plus matchup for Nate Herbig, who me and Vagina are both on for a sack tonight. But the weather's going to be a big concern tonight. They're expecting 10 to 15 mile per hour winds throughout the game. Plus, you got a snow-rain mixture. I saw one weather report said it's supposed to be just in the first hour. And then I've seen another report that said snow pretty much the first 2 hours of the game with rain in the next hour. So it's going to be keep watching the weather up until the game time. But I think weather's definitely going to play a factor tonight. If you're a Steelers fan, you know that anytime the Steelers have a big win, big emotional win versus divisional rival, the next game they typically play like a shitty opponent, and they always lose to someone they shouldn't lose to. And this feels like that moment. So
it's everything is screaming Brown. This line is screaming, but listen, the Browns just got fucking mollywopped by the shitty Saints last week, right? And the Steelers just had the biggest win of their fucking probably last couple of years. Right? The Steelers win against the Ravens last week. Didn't even score a fucking touchdown and beat the Ravens. You got the whole city going nuts in Pittsburgh. Russ Wilson, fucking people are talking MVP, comeback player of the year, everything that you can mention going towards Russ Wilson right now.
They're talking Super Bowl.
They're talking Super Bowl. They're talking team to beat in the AFC.
Yep.
And here comes the Cleveland Browns fucking waddling in with my dude, who is the last motherfucker you want to have in a game that they're not supposed to win, is Jameis Winston on the other side of the ball. Just licking them dubs. And guess what? Tommy G had one of the calls of the year with the Cleveland Browns upsetting the Baltimore Ravens in the faction game of the year when the Cleveland Browns did beat the Baltimore Ravens. I believe their only win in the last fucking 9 games. I think it's coming again tonight. Let me get that dub, Jameis. Cleveland on the money line. Cleveland wins, and I don't know how.
Winston didn't even look bad last game. We laddered him up to 350 yards. He threw for nearly 400.
And he managed to totally ignore Tillman during that process.
Yeah, and not only that,
fucking annoying.
The Steelers' defensive backs played like a perfect game last week. They shut down Zay Flowers. They shut down Bateman. They think they gave up 75 yards to Isaiah Likely, 25 yards to Mark Andrews. So this just seems like one of those games that some fuckery is going to happen.
Some fuckery. So you got some fuckery coming here. Steelers got the Bengals next week after this. Nice little sandwich game. Ravens, Bengals, and then you got the fucking poop shit color Browns in the middle. I mean, this just seems like the short week, bad weather, on the road. Just seems like the perfect, we don't need to practice this week type of game. Now, Bill, how do we take advantage of this? Are you on the Browns too?
Yep.
All right. The player props, Wilson's only 182 his passing yards, which is like that's like Desmond Ridder numbers if he were going to start today. What do you like here?
He doesn't throw for a lot of yards anyway.
No, 182 is a little bit egregious.
I mean, that's probably around his average, right?
No, his numbers should be. I mean, Jameis Winston's 220 in this spot. I mean,
it's Elijah Moore.
He actually hasn't. He hasn't thrown for less than 195 all year.
It's Elijah Moore.
264, 278, 195, 205. He's averaging about 250 a game, and his props 182 today.
Elijah Moore. I bet him last week, laddered him all the way up. He got 6. And, he got the full ladder for me. Laddering up to 7 again today. It's 2.5 still on FanDuel at minus 198. I parlayed that with just Najee Harris over 40 plus rushing to get it down to minus 136 on that. And then Elijah Moore, 4, 5, 6, and 7 receptions, laddered all the way up. I think that's the best bet on this game tonight.
Okay. Zab, what was your favorite play?
Other than the two, I like her big sack. It's probably plus 165, but on the Brown side, it would be Njoku. We saw what the Ravens tight ends did to the Steelers defense.
My favorite play too.
I like his yardage. They actually missed 2 opportunities. They missed Likely on a seam route, and they missed Mark Andrews on a seam route. Both could have went for probably 40-yard gains, if not a touchdown, especially Likely. He's a little faster than Mark Andrews. I could see Njoku getting in the box tonight. I like his yardage. I think he's going to be the de facto Steeler killer tonight. So I like him.
Yeah, I like that too. I like both tight ends tonight. Let's see. What's Muth's? Muth's only 20.5.
His receiving line was 1.5. I don't know what it is right now, but I saw it was 1.5, I think 2 days ago, 1 day ago.
So there's a couple things I like here. Obviously we're looking at weather. Obviously we're looking at a game where they feel the Steelers are going to have their work cut out for them with this Cleveland defense, right? Russ's prop is 60 yards below his season average. You have, I think Pickens is at 58.5 right now on some books, right? So we're not expecting much out of the Steelers, but they're going to stay in this game. They're going to keep it close. Most people think they're going to win. I think there's an opportunity for Najee Harris over 8.5 receiving yards here. Obviously, if this weather gets sloppy, this is a situation where Russ should be looking to dump the ball off. We've seen Najee Harris basically snap share just explode, where Jaylen Warren owners are wondering what the fuck's going on of late. So Najee Harris has kind of taken over. He's had 20 carries in each of the last 4 games, pretty much 18 to 22 carries. Had a 4-catch game, had a 3-catch game. None in the other 2 when they had big wins, big easy wins. But I think over 8.5 yards for Najee Harris should be pretty easy to get there. I think Muth over 20.5 seems good. And then my favorite play is probably Njoku 25 plus, Pickens 40 plus, minus 130. So I'm not going to be betting the Steelers. I do still think Pickens gets home. His prop is going up, which is encouraging, even though it seems like a pretty easy play. But Pickens 40 plus, Njoku 25 plus, Freiermuth over, Najee over on the receiving side. I'm going to really be steering away from a lot of the Judys and Tillmans and, guys who need to get downfield a little bit. because we don't know how bad this wind and weather is going to be. We'll make a decision in game once the game starts and see if we want to hit something live. But you guys agree with that? Probably going for the check down type receivers or guys who can get it in one pass.
Yeah, even Winston is a kind of guy he spreads the ball around, but if he sees a matchup he really wants to exploit, he'll just keep going there.
Well, he's the greatest, probably the best in-game quarterback to bet, because when he locks on, he just locks fuck on.
Yeah,
like he does not leave that receiver. I wouldn't be surprised to see James move a little bit and Wilson run a little bit more than usual in a game like tonight too. Both their props are down there around 9. Wouldn't be shocked. So Fink got me on it in the chat. He brought it up maybe 3 weeks ago, and I saw it, and I started looking deeper into it. But Russ Wilson's prop line for rushing has been, it initially was 17.5, but it dropped to, it's sitting around that 12.5 mark now. You know what? That actually just gave me the conspiracy theory. Because all right, so if his prop is dropping, you said that's been dropping this week?
No. It's been dropping over the last 4 weeks since he came back.
Okay, so I think something's going on with this line a little bit, and Russ's props a little bit, where maybe there's a little injury in there for Russ that we don't know about. Maybe there's something lingering that's why this line is low. That's why his prop's 218 or 182. I mean, that's literally backup quarterback level prop for a guy who's thrown for 195 to 270 every single week. I think maybe that's where the faction lies in this. Maybe he's got a little ankle or something he's dealing with.
Well, if you remember, he came into the season with that calf injury, and we've been attacking older quarterbacks that come off an Achilles injury. Rodgers under rushing, Kirk Cousins under rushing,
and Russ hasn't been rushing much,
and he hasn't. And when he does, he gets to the line of the scrimmage and he slides.
Yeah.
So I'm on the under 12.5 rushing yards. I think I hit it on MGM.
I'm actually switching on that. Yeah.
It's 10.5 on FanDuel now.
Yeah, 10.5 on FanDuel.
He wants under.
Trek, even Bet Rivers had it at 12.5.
Yeah, no. I'm telling Bill. Bill thought you.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
I know he's betting under.
Well, why would you? If he said he's got 12.5, why would you tell him to bet it?
I said it's 10.5 now.
Just on FanDuel.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking.
All right, go on.
But that's actually a play. I actually put the 10.5 in my
fucking look. I saw that fucking look before you looked down.
Well, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I saw that look.
It's 10.5.
Little fucking before you look down. I don't think I
like
have my eyes. I have my fucking eyes on you.
Betting under, and it's
I got my eyes on you at all times.
Now it's 10.5. It's not as good as a bet.
Shut your mouth,
you moron.
Give me that fucking look again.
Well, I'll tell you the bet that everyone should be taking. Just bet their kicker, Pittsburgh, over. That's all they do. They don't score touchdowns at all.
Yeah, the
weather. Bet their kicker every fucking week. The kicker, they don't miss. They don't score touchdowns. Russell Wilson's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. He can't throw touchdowns. They don't score touchdowns. So just bet the kicker. Bet the kicker.
Bill, you want to know what's funny about that kicker?
He got 6 touchdowns already.
He's the reason why Hoffman's in first place in fantasy.
I don't even know. No, he's not the reason. He's not the reason you're in first place. You're in first place because I scored the second highest points in the league and played the team who scored
Hoffman
the first.
picked up Boswell.
Yeah, fucking out of here.
He's telling me the other day that the guy's calling him, telling him that Tommy's like ranked 15th.
I'm ranked 14th in the country.
You didn't tell me that Hoffman's ahead of you.
Oh, no, Bill.
I'm in first place, baby.
He wasn't until Sunday.
Well, he's winning.
But no, I'm winning the league
Hoffman's
in points.
got the best team.
I have the points
Tommy
lead
has
over
more
everyone.
points. Tommy has more
Bill,
points.
Doesn't matter.
Bill, shut up for a second. Stop being annoying every time you open
I
your
am
fucking
9
mouth.
and 2. No, we'll be fair.
So here's, hold on. Now let me finish.
Nobody cares about
I have the point lead, and I literally, my 3 losses, Zeb, I scored 148, 149, and 180. Those are my only 3 losses on the year. I have the worst defense in fantasy football.
No one cares.
I'm pretty sure my team was one of your losses, and I think we beat you by like
when I had a
points.
fucking player missing.
Yeah,
I had a player get hurt. This week
points,
I have the fucking bullshit where I come in second and lose a game, and it's the worst luck.
My brother, good job, Zach. Way to go.
Yeah, I think I'm actually ranked in the top 10 nationally after this week. I think I am. And I'm ranked in the top 10 nationally, and I have 3 losses in my own league.
What am I ranked?
Not more than
Tommy. More than Tommy.
No, it's based on points,
it's
Bill.
Based on points.
Based on points.
The point is more important.
Circa's based on points. It's not
but
on
you don't win the league.
Points than me.
If you don't win the league, you don't win the
Yeah, you win the point. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing in Circa.
Because
No, it's not the dumbest thing, because that's the fucking thing that matters.
Tommy was in position to be the dominator.
I'm still going to be the dominator.
15-0. And then someone has
because you get lucky. The person with the most points had the best team.
Why even do head-to-head matchups?
I don't know. I don't think they should have them.
Read it to you. I have it right here.
Why even play against other teams?
What?
Why even play against another team then?
Because it's what idiots think is fun. It's stupid. There should be no head-to-head in any fucking every single fantasy league should be top 6 point scorers get a win, bottom 6 get a loss. End of story. Every week you pay all 12 teams. Every week you play all 12 teams.
That's why it's so dumb.
That's why. Okay. All right. Anyone else have any other plays on this game?
I'm going to parlay both tight ends to score a touchdown.
I don't hate that.
Plus
I just don't know if there'll be 2 touchdowns.
I don't think anybody's scoring touchdowns in this game.
Well, it's going to be the tight ends.
If you want a sneaky touchdown to be the backup tight end for Steelers, Darnell Washington. That dude is.
I got a risk-free bet on DraftKings. I'm using it on both tight ends to score.
Nice. Darnell Washington is.
You're handing it right back.
Handing it right back.
If not, I win $4,000, so I don't care.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with Hoffman. Fuck it. It's risk-free. It's free. Right?
Free.
If you're going to take your shot, take it with free money.
I'm going to Las Vegas in 2 days. I don't give a fuck.
Right. If it's free, take your shot. Who cares? I'm with Hoffman. Team Hoffman. Shut up, Bill.
Las Vegas, baby. Let's go.
All right. Anything else here on this game, boys and girls?
Boswell. Put all your money on Boswell.
No, it's
boring
and 15-mile-per-hour winds. Be careful with
that. What I might do?
Doesn't matter. They're not going to be scoring touchdowns. They're going to be kicking the ball.
I do think the Steelers.
There's not going to be 50-mile-an-hour
against you guys. I think the Steelers
15.
Oh, so they keep kicking 15-mile-an-hour wind?
They can, but it's going to be raining with 15-mile-per-hour wind. I'm just saying, be careful for the game. That's all I said. Why are you fighting everything everyone says? Why are you such a curmudgeonly little bitch?
Pick. You're saying that
I just said be careful. I didn't say it's bad.
Every pick
you just told Hoffman his play has no chance of happening.
Every pick I put out, you say something about it. So what are you talking about?
I just said be careful.
So keep your mouth shut. No one
because you just said put your whole entire account. Listen.
Oh, you didn't say your basketball team was down by 40, so shut up.
All right, they're down by 4. I just said
down by 5.
Time out. On this show, I have a responsibility to people that tune in that if any of us says, put your whole account on something, that at least people understand the circumstances surrounding it. So that if you come out and say, put your whole account on this, I say, guys, just be careful. There is a lot of weather. Keep your eye on that. That's all I said. Zab, is that not the responsible thing to do?
No, it's not.
Because some idiot's going to come out here, dump his whole account on it, and I care because I'm the one who gets tweeted at.
If I'm putting it out as a max bet, that's what I'm doing.
All right, that's not your whole account.
What do you mean? How do you know?
You're not putting your whole account on that.
How do you know what I'm doing?
I'm just covering semantics on the show.
Okay, all right. So I'll do that on your picks from now on.
Okay, honestly, you should. If I say I'm putting my whole account on something, I would expect you to help the people.
All right.
You whiny little curmudgeonly bitch.
I will.
All right, give your final words, Bill.
Hold on. If you do like the Steelers to win, I think there's an angle to play the halftime, full-time Browns Steelers. Because I think the Browns can come out hot, get everyone nervous. Steelers come back win at the end if they're going to win.
Steelers are a second-half team, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and that's plus 650 on DraftKings. So,
the decent game.
I'm going to play that.
Decent game for a halftime draw, too.
Yep.
Someone said, does weather really matter? I honestly don't think it matters as much as everyone makes it matter, but I'm just saying, on a monster bet, always
there's going to be 15-mile-an-hour winds, guys.
All right, the total's 36.
Bill's going to be Bill's going hard at the gym today.
Yeah.
Because
you're going to drive right past it.
Pittsburgh's
going to hit the gas as he drives right past it.
Field goals.
Yeah. Bill, final words.
Are we doing top 5?
Oh, yeah. Let's do Bill's stupid top 5.
No, you don't know. I don't want you to do it.
All right, good. All right, 4, Bill Rupp.
Bill, mine is, I don't go first. I go last.
You want me to go first?
Yep.
You want me to do all 5?
Yep.
No, he just wants you to do 3.
All right. No, I didn't know if he wanted me to do 5, you 5, and we go around. No. All right. So 5 is Steelers. I got Steelers 5th. I got the Eagles 4th, Chiefs 3rd, Bills 2nd, Lions 1st.
I have all those except for one.
All right.
All right, guys.
You want me to go? Eagles 5, Bills 4, Steelers 3, Chiefs 2, and Lions 1.
I'm going with the same exact top 5 as last week because I don't change my opinions one week to week. I have my opinion on who the top 5 are, and that's what it's going to be every time you ask me. Kansas City, Buffalo, Steelers, Cincinnati, Detroit. The only thing I did was flip Cincinnati and the Steelers.
That is the dumbest top
It is
5
not, dude, because I've watched 10 weeks of football.
in my
Why am
life.
I going to change my whole
That
opinion
is
because of a
the
bad week?
dumbest top 5.
Bill, that was my top
All right,
5
let's move on.
for the last 4 weeks.
Let's move on.
Go, change yours again.
Bottom up, Philly 5, Philly 5. Then I don't know about 4. I was
This guy is the one who literally told us all to make the fucking list. And he's the only one who doesn't have his list done.
I had 2 lists.
Bill,
Dude, no, we're in a top
you got
6.
2 fucking lists, you fucking idiot.
I couldn't decide.
You're the one who sent the
couldn't
text at 10 a.m. Get your top 5 ready.
Fucking phone number.
I wrote my goddamn top 5 on a fucking piece of paper.
My top 10.
No, I'll take one of them out. I'll put it as 5.
This kid is an idiot.
Eagles, Detroit, Kansas City, and the Bills.
Are you sure?
The Bills were lower last week on mine.
You can't analyze it. You didn't even say
So
have it ready.
now the Bills, since they beat the number 1 team, which was Kansas City,
now they're better than they
Bills
were a week
go
ago.
to 1.
Okay.
Kansas City goes to 2.
All right,
We'll
and
do
if
it
they
like
lose,
that. Detroit is still at 3 for me because Detroit, I really don't think that in the end they'll be there.
I honestly don't think there's anything.
The Ravens aren't in there for me anymore. I moved Pittsburgh ahead of the Ravens
So
because
both your Super Bowl
why?
teams are out.
Why? Because they beat them.
Oh, so basically what you're saying.
That's how ranking.
So if the Browns
No,
win, did they
So
jump?
yeah, if the Browns win,
That's how
no, that isn't. Bill, that isn't.
When a
that
team
isn't.
in the top 5 loses to another team, they go.
No,
below.
it doesn't.
That's
They're
how it
still the
works.
best team.
That's how proper rankings work.
If the Ravens would have beat the
That's how
Steelers,
they work
I
in
still would have put the
college,
Steelers ahead of the
and
Ravens.
That's how they work. Thank you. That's
You
my
just
top
said
5.
that's how it works in college
see you
after
tomorrow.
starting the show
We'll see
bitching
you
about the ranking system in
tomorrow.
college.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Did Bill Rupp not say at the beginning of the show we shouldn't even have a ranking system in college? Because why are we flipping it back and forth?
No, I didn't. If you were paying attention, I said that we shouldn't have the college football playoff.
Why?
We should have the rankings.
It's fluid.
and not the
It's
playoff.
fluid.
But not
It's
the
fluid.
playoff. The rankings we
So
should
what's
have
the
and not
difference
the
if it's
playoff.
fluid?
Yeah, but the playoff is stupid because it doesn't matter.
This is stupid. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
This matters.
This matters?
Yeah,
Yeah?
of course. Rankings
All right.
matter.
Right. Okay. Rankings matter a
I'm
lot.
the only idiot in the
did it ma-
country
did it
who put
matter-
the Bengals in their top 5.
Did it matter for the
That
Chiefs
might be
last
the
year?
dumbest pick in the world.
Where did you have
I
the
will say
Chiefs
this,
last
the
year in your
Chargers-
rankings?
The
Top 5.
Chargers.
Yeah, you had the Chiefs in the top 5 in your rankings,
Yeah,
and they were a wild
of
card
course.
team? Okay.
Yeah,
The
Okay.
Chargers will start
Okay.
to remind me of my Lions team. They're going to be good next year. Not this year.
Chargers.
Flat Earth Grappler donated
All right.
$1.99. Colts beat the Lions Sunday. Perfect trap game.
And if they do beat the Lions, according to Bill Rupp, the Colts will move to number 1 in his rankings.
Don't donate anymore because I don't see any of that money.
And
from the crap.
he's a flat Earth grappler, so he's with me anyway.
That money goes somewhere,
He's
but
a
it doesn't
flat
go to
Earth
me.
grappler.
That's
With
all
me.
I know.
All right, Zab, final words.
I haven't seen $1 of that.
No one has. Zab, final words.
Where is it?
I'll fire Trevor.
Trevor's not
One
even on the show.
He has the bank account. Zab, final words. Come on, we got to get out of here. It's 3:30. I got to go.
Okay. Want to parlay, guys. You go up, sign up, use code Tommy G. I'll be posting a play for Want to Parlay. It's already my hashtag if you're in the group. If not, I'll be posting on X later on tonight. So check out Want to Parlay. I talked to a couple subs that said they got into a couple games and no one even hit a parlay in their thing. So if they would have hit a parlay, they would have took down $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, guys,
So.
sign up for that Wanna Parlay. We're going to be doing exclusive content for it with Zab. Zab's going to have a little team of people there. I'm sure Hoffman will be getting involved in it since it's kind of Monkey Knife Fight 2.0. You could bet it in California,
Joe
too.
Hoffman won't be getting involved.
For those of you, here's a curmudgeon Rupp.
Why not?
For those of you
I'll
who
tell you
can't
after the
bet,
show.
for those of you who can't bet in California, you could actually do it out there. Hoffman, final words.
Let it breathe and have a great night, everyone.
For Bill Rupp, Zab, and Luke Hoffman, I'm Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfucker.
Let's go!